Hello, I'm Adriana. I'm a Master SoulPath Teacher and Guide. We are doing an intuitive reading for Gemini, Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Gemini. I will be channeling messages from the higher guidance, but also asking for anything that you need to clarify or give you a better handle on the options and context that's going on in your situation. Whoa, Eight of Wands really wants to jump out. So I think this is a quick moving energy. Who else got the Eight of Wands? I think Aquarius had the Eight of Wands today as well. Okay. Huh. And I'm getting strong words, love affair. So I'm curious to see what comes out with the rest of your cards here, because Eight of Wands is very fast moving. It's almost a shocking, but in a good way, a thrilling kind of energy. So I don't want to go to this is literally predicting a love affair yet, because sometimes my guides speak in metaphors. So it could be getting swept off your feet with a new job, with a new pet, with a new circumstance. So I won't be able to say until we're a little deeper into this. Okay. Connect me to Gemini energy, please. All right, circumstance, how Gemini reacts, what Gemini can control, what Gemini cannot control, growth potential, and outcome. All right. Circumstance, Five of Pentacles, reaction, Knight of Wands. Okay. All right, I see. So Five of Pentacles indicates a loss, indicates a period where things are a little bit rough and things are kind of hard and you're being challenged in ways that are not comfortable for you. Traditionally, Five of Pentacles can talk about an emotional loss. It can talk about like the loss of a job, the loss of like a bad financial decision, the loss of a home, relocation, or anything that makes you feel less than your usual self, more despondent, more kind of isolated. And Knight of Wands, so for you, Gemini, you're jumping in right away with action. You're trying to take care of this situation. You're trying to run, like not run away, but you're trying to run through it. Like, how can I fix this? How can I make this better? And so how does this correlate with the Eight of Wands? I'm going to keep drawing. So what should Gemini do? What could Gemini be doing? Seven of Pentacles, what you don't have control, Three of Cups. Okay. So Gemini, this is saying take a moment and let's kind of put on the brakes for a second, because the Knight of Wands is moving very fast, trying to problem solve. The good thing about this card is you are being very courageous and proactive and brave, but let's take a moment to reflect on what's really happening. When the Five of Pentacles comes up, it's trying to teach you about inner wealth. What do you have working for you on the inside? I think you're really concerned with trying to make the outside better, trying to fix what happened on the outside. But the Five of Pentacles is a strong card to urge you to reflect. What is this trying to teach me? Okay, I may have lost this, but what do I really have? Is my sense of self still intact? Is my support system around me still intact? Whatever it is for you, Gemini, what's still there on the inside? What is still here? Because what you can control, Seven of Pentacles, which is assessing what riches you do have. And wealth and riches, I'm not necessarily speaking literally about money or stuff. I'm talking about things that are maybe not tangible, okay? Maybe I still know who I am. Maybe I still haven't compromised my ideals or my principles. Maybe actually there is more help available to me than I realized. Maybe there are things coming out of the woodwork that I didn't expect. Seven of Pentacles just asks you to stop for a moment and ask, what are you grateful for? What are you appreciative of? Knowing that yes, there is more for you. Yes, there's going to be more coming in. But Seven of Pentacles actually indicates some kind of harvest, whereas Five of Pentacles would be the loss of the harvest. But what you can't control is how you look at what's there. Not what's lost, but what is still there. What you can't control, unfortunately, Gemini, is the timing of everything coming back together. All right, Three of Cups indicates unity or harmony. And I think for you, you're just not able to say exactly when this is going to happen. But I do know that the more time you take to reflect, the more power you're giving the universe to respond to. And I think it's really interesting that we had the Eight of Wands and I said love affair right away, because this Knight of Wands is someone who would rush after a love affair, who would just jump into something without thinking. And I think that's the problem here, is that you're jumping into the solution without really thinking about the outcome. And because you're in problem solving mode. But what if this is trying to resolve a deeper problem? Can you help me get a little more clear on this and a little more honed in on their situation, please? So if the Five of Pentacles is teaching you about true worth, we're really looking at self-worth. And what are you worth to yourself? What do you really bring? How do you really feel about what you bring to the table? How do you feel about your inner essence? How do you feel about your gifts and what you have to offer in every situation? The Knight of Wands is seeking outside of himself, but right now, Gemini, seek yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Okay, I know that you've got a problem to solve here, but first, fall in love with yourself so that you are responding out of a place of self-love rather than out of a place of lack. Sometimes when we respond to the Five of Pentacles, we're responding to the energy that's there rather than healing it. There's a big difference between responding and healing. Healing is saying, okay, but this is the direction I want to go. I already know I have this inside me, so we just need to see it expressed in the outside world. Responding is, oh my God, this happens. I've got to patch it. I've got to come up with this. I've got to come up with that. I've got to do all of this. But that's really not what this journey is about right now. Growth potential, King of Cups. I like that. Outcome, High Priestess. Okay. King of Cups being the highest growth potential is that there will be some emotional nourishing. There is going to be an emotional reconciliation within yourself. Why is the crown, the lotus in the crown is really speaking to me right now? Why is that speaking to me? You know, everything on this card, so many things. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 hearts on this card. And our Three of Cups had three hearts, and Eight of Wands had that heart in the middle. Why I'm bringing this up, this is about your heart, Gemini. This is actually about healing a heartbreak. So Five of Pentacles, this is why they were talking about love affair. I get it. And it's funny because the imagery on the Eight of Wands almost looks like a broken heart. Five of Wands is healing that broken heart. And as you go into yourself and you understand your own self-worth, part of that broken heart is going to heal. This is also about not being afraid of your emotions, letting your emotions come and experiencing your emotions. King of Cups is someone who has emotional mastery, who doesn't get overwhelmed or repressive or avoidant about their emotions. He calmly allows them to be, and he calmly allows other people to have their emotions as well. So as you heal your heart, this is actually a chance to show up as the emotional leader who can help tie a community together to solve a problem. So this is a really interesting growth moment for you. Highest outcome is High Priestess, and this is interesting because High Priestess means that This is a strong intuition message, also coming next to the King of Cups. So I think that the solution to your problem is actually going to come to you through your intuition rather than your active seeking or your active doing. It's going to come to you when you calm down and when you just get quiet and still for a second. And the High Priestess also indicates that it's like the solution is veiled almost, which means it's not clear right now, but she takes, if you go inside enough, you will find the answer. If you listen to your inner voice, if you really get quiet and take time to listen, you'll really hear it. So it's more listening versus doing, more being quiet and receptive versus acting. That's going to help resolve this situation for you. All right, is there anything else that wants to come through for Gemini? Okay. This is why it's very difficult for you to sit still, because there's a lot of worrying going on with this Five of Pentacles, a lot of restless, wasted. I will say wasted because it's non-productive mental energy. So a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. So Gemini, find a way to calm this down rather than channeling it into frenetic activity. Find a way to calm it down. Okay? And I'm getting that you're afraid if you're quiet, the answer won't come. And I understand that that's often the rational mind's fear when faced with the intuition. You know, what if I don't get the answer? What if I don't get the answer? What if I don't get the answer? Gemini, you already know the answer. It's just a matter of allowing it to come up. It's already in there. It's already there. So you just need to receive it from yourself. If you can let go of the anxiety and the stress and the worry and get yourself to a place where you can really listen, it will be right there. And it's going to resolve quicker than you think. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. Really did enjoy doing that reading for you. If you're looking for even deeper soul guidance, or you're curious about what your soul is indicating or how your birth chart indicates your soul path, and if you're in line with that path or not, please don't hesitate to reach out. soulguidancewithAdriana.com is my website, or a link to the email. Yeah, link to my email is in the description below. If you're asking a lot of questions about your path or your journey at this point, this is the perfect time to reach out and schedule a session. So I'll look forward to seeing you soon.